Hey y'all, hey. And so I want to talk to you about something right quick. I just heard a video clip of someone, a young lady, and she was talking to other young ladies and she was expressing to them to not give 100% of themselves in a relationship. And she was explaining to them that she should only give, and she encouraged other women to only give maybe 85 to 90% of themselves because they need to keep that other 10 to 15% for themselves. And just as a woman, a mature woman, a woman with wisdom, I would just have to tell my younger generation that that is all wrong. If you go into a relationship where you are only willing to give a person a portion of yourself, and the divorce rate is already as high as it is, those of us that went into those relationships at that time, we didn't go in thinking that we were going to come out. So if you go in to those relationships with the mindset that you're going to hold back a portion of yourself so that you could save that portion, you are already going into a situation with the exit plan in mind. That would be some of the worst advice that I would ever give to a young lady. Anyone that knows me, and y'all see, I didn't even say my little hey, y'all, hey, because I really was going to make this into a short. But to think that someone would be able, and this is male or female, go into a relationship where they are only giving a portion of themselves to people, it's a setup for disaster, because times are going to come where you're going to be challenged in that relationship. You are going to be pushed to an edge where you like, man, this right here is not what I thought that it was going to be, or I want to come out of this. None of us want the restraints that go along with the responsibility of thinking about someone else. It is a hard decision and mindset to begin to put other people before yourself. And that's one of the reasons why with men, it is so difficult if they have ever been married or they've ever been in a solid relationship for a certain amount of time or an extended amount of time or years. It is difficult for them to make the decision that they want to take on that responsibility again, because typically, ladies, typically, the man is the one who is going to have to give up things within the household. He's going to be the one that's going to go without the piece of chicken. He's going to be the one that might have to go with the cold shower because there was only enough hot water for those that he loved. He's going to be the one that might have to ride the bus because he's giving up the car so she can drive. If he's a solid guy, he's going to have that type of mindset, and he's going to have that type of sacrificial offering for his family. So to think, I'm just thinking, this is me now, just a woman with a little wisdom. I only have about that much. But to think that he would then go into a relationship with a woman who would have a mindset that I am telling you that I am going into this relationship and only going to give you a portion of me, would be a young man that I would tell him to walk away from that. Don't tie yourself to someone who is not willing to give themselves to you. And in that position, if they are not at least in a position where they're willing to provide the same things that you're willing to provide, if you're willing to give up yourself for her, why would you take someone that would give you 85% when you got somebody that would give you 150? I, I'm just trying to understand the mindset of where people are thinking. And then you guys, with you knowing that my channel is from a biblical standpoint, where does that align with the word? To be honest with you, if we would follow the rules that have already been written, and we would follow those things with an earnest heart now, Not just following them just because we just do it. I don't want to do it because it's a check off of the list. I'm talking about doing it because you earnestly felt in your heart that that was the right thing to do. And so when I heard that video, for one, I have boys. Again, for those of you that follow me on a regular, you know that. But I think about the time and the effort that I have put into my sons to help them. Now, whether they choose to do it or not, I have put in the time as a mother to embed in them what the expectations would be for them to care for another young lady. And to think that if they did follow suit, and that doesn't mean that they're perfect or they do everything right. It just means that I feel that I've put enough in them that when the time comes for them to make decisions about the women that they choose, that there's enough in them that they know um, to give of themselves to her, or don't do it at all. And so I have a whole lot more respect for those that may walk away and leave somebody. I've even thought this to myself. If I got to the wedding day and I felt like I had some uneasiness, would I go through with the ceremony? Or would I just have to stand there and tell everybody, hey, y'all, we ain't finna have no wedding today. We are going to have a good time. Y'all gonna eat some good food. And to be honest with you, I don't want a wedding. By the time I'm married, y'all will probably look up and be like, what the world? She done did it. Her name changed, and it might be 6 months to a year before that might have already been in took place. But that's neither here nor there. My main point is, why would you, and I want you guys to give me some feedback on this. Why would you join union with someone for a lifetime that you know that you are only willing to give them 80% or 85% of yourself? Yeah, I just think that it is a dead setup for disaster. It is a direct pathway to saying that I'm not all in. And if you're not all in, why do it? So I wasn't even going to do any more meditations with Marigny. I can't even say that I'm calling this a meditation with Marigny, because normally you guys know I'm typically real chipper and I'm all happy. But this one right here is one of those deep thinkers, and the thing is, this particular person has a platform where this unit that they were speaking to, there probably were about 4,000 or 5,000 people in that room, which means that if there were 4,000 or 5,000 people there, only maybe 500 to 1,000 of those were probably men. So the majority of that group were women that she was speaking to. I want y'all to think about that. So who are we listening to nowadays? Where are we getting our information from? I can't even go into details on that, but I'm going to upload this one. And I'm still going to stick with my unit on fathers this week. But I just had to come and drop this nugget. Y'all give me some feedback. Let me know what your thoughts are. This is Meditations with Marigny. You can meet me on Thursday nights live on Facebook and Instagram at 9 p.m. And if you don't mind, I'd love that you would click like, that you would share this with a friend, and you would subscribe.